Welcome back to my channel where math is made easy. So today we're going to be looking at how do we solve systems of equations, and specifically by using the substitution method. If you haven't yet subscribed, go over and hit that subscribe button, go leave a comment, like, and share this video. All right, so let's dive right into it. Now, as mentioned, we're using the substitution method. And as the word suggests, we're going to substitute. All right, now I'm going to look to see what is it that I can substitute to make my life easier, or just to have a one variable. So I'm going to call this my equation 1, and that's my equation 2. All right, now if you notice right here, it tells you that y is equal to minus 2x minus 9. So I can go ahead and substitute that into my equation 2. Let's go ahead. So we're going to sub minus 2x minus 9 for y in equation 2. All right, that's what we're going to be doing. So let's go. So 6x minus 5y x minus 5y is equal to negative 19. And remember, we're subbing negative 2x minus 9 for y. So anywhere I see y, I'm going to put minus 2x minus 9. So that's 6x minus 5. And remember, where I see y, I put minus 2x minus 9. All right? Equals negative 19. So let's go ahead and we're going to simplify. So that's 6x, and I'm using the distributive law to simplify, to expand this right here. So that's negative 5 times negative 2x. That's going to give me a positive 10x. Why? Because remember, when you multiply negative by negative, your result is going to be a positive. So always remember that rule. So negative 5 times negative 9 is positive 45, and that's equal to negative 19. Let's go ahead and simplify it. So that's 16x plus 45 is equal to negative 19. Remember, we're solving for x, so we want to get rid of everything that's on the side of the x, right? So I'm going to get rid of my 45. It's a plus 45, so I'm going to subtract. It's anything you do on one side, you do to the other side. All right, so that's canceled out. I'm left with, let's use another color, that's 16x is equal to minus 64. Now remember, we're not finished because we're solving for x. So in order to solve for x, I'll have to divide through by 16 on both sides. Right? So that's canceled out. I'm left with x. That's canceled out. I'm left with negative 4. Remember, we're dividing right here because the x is multiplying with the 16. So you have to do the inverse operation, which is division. All right? So now that I know that my x is 4, I'm going to sub x equals negative 4 in equation 1. And you could go ahead and sub it into any of the equation, but because equation 1 looks a little bit simpler, I'm going to sub it in equation 1. So let's do that. So that's y equals minus 2x minus 9. Anywhere I see x, I'm going to write minus 4, right? So y is equal to 8 minus 9, which is equal to minus 1. So what's my solution? My solution for this system of equation is x is equal to negative 4 and y is equal to negative 1. Remember, your solution is any pair that makes your equation true. So when you plug x is equal to negative 4 and y is equal to negative 1 in these equations, it should be true. All right, so you can always go ahead and do that and test it. All right, let's look at this now. Example 2. Now this, if you notice, is not so straightforward. But when I look right here, this should actually be 3x. When I look right here, I realize it's giving me 3x is equal to y plus 8, and I look, I have a 3x right here, right? So I'm going to call this my equation 1, equation 2, right? Now I'm going to sub y plus 8 into this equation where I see 3x, because remember it's 3x that's equal to that. So sub y plus 8 for 3x in equation 2. Let's go do that. Let me change the color right here. So that's 3x plus 2y equals negative 1. Let's see what we'll yield right here, what result we'll get. So remember, anywhere I see 3x, I'm writing what? I'm writing y plus 8 for that, and then plus my 2y equals negative 1. Good? So these two I can combine because they're like terms, meaning they have the same variable raised to the same power. All right? So that's 3x, that's 3y, sorry, plus 8 equals negative 1. Now, remember, I'm trying to solve for y, so I'm trying to get rid of everything else. So I'm doing plus 8, and I'm doing it on both sides. So that's canceled out. That's now left with 3y over this side, and this is negative 9 over this side. Good? I'm going to go ahead and divide through by 3. So that's canceled out. That's 3 into itself 1, 3 into 9, 3. So I'm left with y is equal to negative 3. All right? Now that I have my y, I can go ahead and I can substitute. So I'm going to sub y equals negative 3 in equation 1. And again, you can substitute it in any of the equations, but I just chose 1 because I think it's simpler. All right? So let's go. So that's 3x equals y plus 8. So where I see y, I'm going to put negative 3 plus 8, right? So where I see y, I put negative 3 and then the plus 8 right there. So that's 3x equals 5. And I want to get rid of my 3. It's multiplying right here, so I'll have to divide. And anything you do on one side, you do to the next. I'm left with right here 5 over 3 for x. All right, so what's my solution? My solution is x being 5 over 3, and what's my y? Negative 3. All right, so remember, the basis is finding what you can substitute so that you have only one variable working with, so that you can solve for that variable and then go ahead again and substitute to find the other variable. No, it's pretty simple. Just always look for what you can substitute. I do hope that this video would have helped you. Thank you for watching. Remember to go over, subscribe, comment, and like and share.